Hey, greetings, everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, Senior Fellow at the Media Research Center. Well, the big summit is all over now, the North Korea-United States summit between President Donald Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un. And it's very interesting when you listen to some of the feedback that's coming out. And I especially like to listen to some of the feedback from CNN, MSNBC, and some of the other liberal progressive media outlets. And what you find very perplexing is that all of a sudden they're saying, well, this didn't go far enough. And there was no mention about the human rights violations of North Korea. And President Trump legitimized a brutal dictator. I got to ask you something. Where were these people when Barack Obama sent an unmarked airplane in the middle of the night with pallet loads of billions of dollars of laundered cash to Iran? You know, the Iran with the Ayatollahs, that radical Islamist regime that, well, they still execute gays, they still stone women, they human rights violations, not very good from Iran. And also they're the #1 state sponsor of Islamic terrorism. And see, this is why the bigger picture, when we look at what has happened with this North Korean summit, and I understand there are some points that I don't agree with. I don't think that you should put your military troop readiness or the size of your forces on the negotiating table, because when North Korea wants to see us remove our troops from South Korea, that is not North Korea speaking, that's China speaking. And also, we should not end those military operations that we have with South Korea. Maybe we can suspend them, but still the stick needs to be in place. And I'm glad to see the economic sanctions are. But when you think about how the left is reacting, the fact that something has happened on the Korean Peninsula, something has happened with a meeting, an unprecedented meeting. And remember, it was June of 1950 when North Korea attacked across the 38th parallel into South Korea. And it was also a year ago that Otto Warmbier, the young student from Virginia, whose body was shipped back to us, and of course he later died because of the torture and the deprivation that he has been through. See, we brought North Korea to the table. We brought North Korea to the table because peace through strength has returned to the United States of America. But when you see some of these things that are happening and the reaction of the progressive socialist left, it makes you wonder, what do they really want to see happen? You know, we remember back during the campaign when Donald Trump stood up there and said that we would be winning. There would be so much winning that we would ask him to stop all the winning because we would not be able to take all the winning. Well, some of us did kind of think that was an over-the-top Charlie Sheen moment. But when you think about it, America is winning, except for one thing. There's a group of people that don't want to see America winning. Think about how Bill Maher, whatever his name is, from HBO, said that he would like to see the United States of America go back to a recession so that he can save democracy. He's not concerned about saving democracy. He's concerned about the left being in control. See, people like Bill Maher and people like Nancy Pelosi, who said hip, hip, hooray, when a CNN news person asked her about how do you think about these unemployment numbers that are at almost a 2 decades low. Nancy Pelosi responded that hip, hip, hooray, we need to see wage increases. We need to see an increase in consumer confidence. Well, hello, Ms. Pelosi, there have been increases in wages and there have been increases in consumer confidence. As a matter of fact, 18-year highs. Historic lows for unemployment in the minority communities, especially Black community. But it doesn't seem that the left wants this type of winning. They would rather be in control. So any and everything that is happening that is good for the United States of America. The fact that we have almost come to full employment in this country, where when you look and see the fact that here in the United States of America, we have more job openings than we have people that are able to fill it. We have 63,000 truck driver jobs that are open, truck driver jobs starting off at $80,000. This is a good thing for our economy, but not if you're on the side of the left. Because what President Donald Trump is doing every single day with each and every one of these successes, he's embarrassing the left and he's exposing them, and they can't take that. They can't take it to the point that they would allow this incredibly domestic terrorist organization by the name of Antifa to roam the streets and try to intimidate people from, well, let's be very honest, enjoy the winning that we're having, but even more importantly, enjoying their constitutional right of free speech, free assembly, their right to be able to express themselves. This is the face of the left. And when we go to the voting polls here in November, always remember that all of the great things that are happening, the fact that we can produce, consume, and export our energy resources, the fact that we are calling out even our allies who have unfair trade practices with us, the fact that we don't hear anything about the Islamic State. Islamism and Islamic jihadism still exists, but there is no territorial integrity for the group that Barack Obama once called the JV team. All of these things that are happening, but yet there's a group of people that don't want winning, because to them it is more important for them for their ideological domination. That's what the progressive socialist left wants. And as you know from Saul Alinsky's Rules from Radicals, it is by any means necessary that they want to achieve and attain those goals and objectives. Even as Bill Maher said, they would rather see us in a recession, meaning that they don't want to see your economic empowerment. They'd rather see us return to 1% GDP growth and high unemployment, because they'd rather have economic enslavement. See, we don't need Bernie Sanders and the left to give jobs to people. The jobs are out there. We just need to prepare, equip, and train and ready Americans to be able to go out and take part in those jobs, take part in those opportunities. But always remember these past few days, the comments of Nancy Pelosi, the comments of Bill Maher, the comments of people that are out there trying to condemn, denigrate, demean, and disparage the summit that was just held, an unprecedented summit, a summit that even Dennis Rodman said when he tried to get Barack Obama to do it, he blew him off. President Trump did something that has never been done. He was an American leader that went toe-to-toe with the North Korean dictator. And nothing has changed. There are no sanctions relief. We still maintain the high ground. But yet, with all of this winning going on, you have a group of people that prefer us to be losing, because for them, losing for the American people is winning for their ideological views, perspectives, and agenda.